I've been getting a lot of questions from folks about what is a good budget under $100 RC that they can buy right now. And so I went out and did some digging online, plus looking at vehicles I've reviewed in the past and had experience with, and came up with this list of 6-ish or so vehicles that you should consider. Now let's be very clear, this price range in 2023 to find an RC car that's worth buying for under $100 is really, really hard. So what that means is there's not really a bunch to choose from, and this list is very limited. Getting absolutely straight to what I believe is the best of the best when it comes to this price range, it's going to be the Redcat Volcano 16. So this is a 16th scale basher. It is brushed, but it does come with a battery and everything else that you need. And you can get it for $96. So it does come in under that $100 price point, and you can be up and having fun. The truck has been a blast for us. I tend to hand it out when like neighborhood kids come over and stuff. It's been very durable, and we've had a good experience with it. And if it does break, Redcat, based in the United States, has very easy distribution and part support straight on their website, plus other vendors. So really, $96? Here's your winner for this class, but let's consider some other alternatives that you have. Similar to the Redcat, but coming in about $13 cheaper at $83 is this Haiboxing 18859E. So this has been also a great truck for us, 18th scale, so just a little bit smaller than the Redcat. For $83, you get the brushed version. This is actually a brushless version, which costs more that I'm holding here in my hand, but they look the same on the outside. It just depends on the power plant. Again, comes fully ready to run, has been a very good vehicle, and is that $13 cheaper than the Redcat. The only detriment here is parts may be just slightly harder to get a hold of, but the Haiboxing group has been very good at customer support and reaching out and getting parts whenever necessary. In a similar vein, there's a company, Rlaarlo, that makes a 18th scale monster truck that I've actually had the chance of driving and enjoying. Picture of it's right here. $64, especially if you can find it on sale. So a really good deal, but again, kind of like the Haiboxing, maybe parts are a little bit hard to find, that kind of stuff, but very enjoyable truck, especially for the price. Transitioning a little bit away though from these off-road RC monster trucks, you can go to some on-road vehicles like the company UDI, and I'll give you a link in here. They have a couple different of their 16th scale all-wheel drive vehicles for $90. And now these are the brushed version. They do offer a brushless version for a little bit extra cost, but honestly, you probably don't 100% need the brushless depending on the size of the space you're running. You can get these directly from a main. You can get the parts for them and everything like that, and they can be really fun to drive as long as you are on a smooth surface of some kind. Definitely paved surfaces are the best for these. The small scale means anything off-road or anything bumpy really upsets them really fast, but they can be a bunch of fun, and they're still under that $100 price point. There is then some smaller scale vehicles at an even cheaper price point. So at the 28th scale, Team Associated has the MT28, which is kind of a monster truck, the SC28, which is like an off-road truck, and then they actually have the DR28, which is like a little drag car. They're all two-wheel drive. They are all basically the same thing except for tires, wheels, and body. Otherwise, they're all kind of the same chassis. These are very basic vehicles, and yeah, I mean, $60, so you got a pretty good price point there. Very minimal where you can use them though based on the size. This may be indoor, this may be your garage. Honestly, you try to get outside with these things because they're so small, you're gonna run into some issues. But again, depending on your usage and who you're giving them for, $60 is a really good price point. And very similarly, the Team Associated CR28. Now this is actually a very small, like still 28 scale crawler that they have. Very limited capability again based on the size, but a little bit, slower, but goes over obstacles and stuff along these lines. Again, indoors preferably is probably where this thing's going to be the happiest. There are more vehicles that you may want to consider if you want to stretch your budget just a little bit above that $100 range. So I have another video specifically that goes from $100 up to $150, because that extra $50 can really open up a lot of different alternatives. So what I'll do is I'll leave a link to those videos right over here to your right, so you can see what it is that actually you can get if you spend that little bit of extra money. Thank you and goodbye.